to my cluttered garage. I'm really glad you're here. A place where we can laugh and talk and days are filled with cheer. The clouds of sun may come and go, but one thing's always clear. Welcome back, my friend. You know I'm really glad you're here. Yeah.
Hi. How's your... Had to click a button there to come on live. There we go. I'm here. I'm here and you're here, and I'm really glad that you are here. Good to see you this evening. I'm excited to be here. If you noticed in the live stream description here, we're going to do a shorter live stream tonight because I've got a premiere video that is, well, premiering. I guess that's a double negative there, or redundancy, or however you'd say that. I have a video that's premiering at 7:30 this evening, and I thought what we could do is talk a little bit here tonight, and then we could all head over to the live stream or the premiere video and watch that, like we did for Chris a couple of weeks ago. Was it a couple of weeks ago, or was it just last week? Anyway, I've done this before a few times, and it seems to work out pretty well. It's a good time, and it's an opportunity for me to join the live chat with you, because it's hard for me to do that from here. I mean, obviously I'm doing it live, but you know, the live chat thing is kind of fun too. So I've set this video up tonight as a premiere video, so it is going to automatically play at 7:30 p.m. I'm going to share the link in the live chat here, which I already have done once already, but I'm sharing it again. You can see it right there in the live chat. What you can do is you can right-click on that link. It opens up in a new tab, and you can save it in that new tab. Now, when you open it, you're going to hear me start to talk because I made a little intro talking about it. So you can wait until the end if you want. I'll post this again, or maybe our buddy Chris will, but he's busy today preparing for Thanksgiving dinner. So, Chris, I know that you're back and forth here. But Ross is also, I believe, here tonight, and I don't know if he is or not now that I'm looking here. But anyway, Ross is one of our moderator extraordinaires as well. At any rate, I've got the link in the clipboard. I will post it right here. Thank you, Chris. Right here toward the end as well. We'll click it. We'll post it. You can click it right at the end. We'll make it one of the last things we share in the live chat, and then you can click on that. It'll take you over to the premiere video. We'll watch it together. I'll be in the live chat. It's a 12-minute video, so it's nice and short. It'll still take less time than the whole live stream normally does, so it'll be a great night. Why is my camera looking fuzzy? There it is. It cleared up a little bit. Anyway, hello, Hunter. Good to see you, my friend, and thank you once again, Hunter, for the amazing canvases. Hunter is quite an artist, I have to tell you, and I will share some of these paintings that Hunter did with you at some point. I want to take some pictures of them. Bob, listen, let me tell you something. Do I have to pick vertical or horizontal? This is kind of frustrating. This StreamYard thing now does multi-aspect ratio live streams, and I thought I turned off the vertical option, and I thought I only had it on horizontal. So if you're watching somehow in a vertical live stream, I don't know how that happened, and I apologize for that. But as far as I know, it should only be available right now in horizontal. So that's what I'm seeing here. Let me look at live. Yeah, I'm only seeing it. Anyway, I don't know, Bob. I don't know. I hope you're figuring it out. Chris, what's going on? Help Bob out for me, please. Is anybody else seeing this in vertical format on? Oh, you're just kidding. All right. Thanks, Bob. Okay. Yeah. I published this, and it published it both vertically and horizontally, and I thought, I don't want to do that. And I didn't see where the option was. So I went back in. I was searching the internet on how to turn this off. I was able to go back in and turn off the vertical option, which I believe is only on YouTube anyway. I don't think it's on Facebook. I don't know, but I turned it off. I get it, Bob. You're kidding. I get it. Anyway, I'm going to try to pay attention to not turn that on again, because A number of people did not like it. So that's okay. Hey, Ross, I knew you were there. Ross, if you're just joining us, we're all going to go over to watch my premiere video at 7:30 tonight. So I'm not set up to do a sticker giveaway tonight. So if that disappoints you, and if I'm going to lose you over that tonight, then I'm sorry. But this is just kind of thrown together. I had a really busy day today. I wasn't even sure I was going to make it tonight. That's why I didn't schedule this live stream, if you noticed, until it was like 6:40, 6:45 when I scheduled the live stream, because I was just doing a lot of stuff today, and I was on the road and just thought, I don't know if I'm going to make it. So I kind of left it open for playing it by ear here. So that's what I did. And here we are. And I was editing this video today. I'll tell you about this video. How about that? You'll see a little bit of the intro, or the premiere intro where I talk about this. So this video that you're going to see at 7:30 is another video featuring, guess what? The Kubota B2601. But it's been a while, so this video is going to feature the Baumolite MP348 3-point hitch-mounted brush mulcher. Now, you know, we've been running the Baumolite TRL 630D stand-on mini skid steer, which has the mini mulching head on it, which we love, and especially. But I also have this 48-inch mulcher that goes on the 3-point hitch of a tractor, and it is a monster. It's really great. Now, as you've heard me say before, my tractor is barely adequate for this attachment. So it's amazing what it does on this 25 horsepower tractor. I can't imagine running it on a 45 horse or a 50 horse or whatever, whatever you can run it with. I'm excited that one day I'll be able to try it on a larger tractor and see. Well, maybe I don't want to try it on a larger tractor unless it's my larger tractor. If I borrow somebody's tractor and I try it on that, I'm likely to be very disappointed with my tractor. You know, it's like you don't know what you have until you miss it, or you don't miss what you have. You don't miss what you have until you lose it. And I guess this is, you don't know what you don't have until you, I don't know. You know what I'm saying, right? It makes sense in my mind. Like, I don't know how weak my tractor is until I compare it with something bigger. And I'm not saying it's weak. I'm just saying that in comparison, I'm sure, when you compare a 25 horse to a 35 or 45 or 50, obviously there better be a difference. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm talking about. Anyway, so I'm just looking through who else is here with me tonight. Nice continuing group of folks here. RCAF Polar Express, David, good to see you. B Hall, and of course there's Hunter there. Yeah, okay. And of course Chris. All right, I'm scrolling through. Okay. Well, there we go. Bob says, bring it over. We got lots of tractors you can try it on. I know, Bob, but I don't want to know. I don't know what I don't want to know what I'm missing. How about that? Does that make sense? Like, I feel like if I at some point upgrade this tractor, or maybe if I get, what I would ideally like to do is keep this B2601 as a small compact tractor because it has its purpose. I would be afraid to have too large of a tractor because it might not work out for me in the forest. It might not be as convenient for some of the things I do with the B2601. So I just want it all. That's all. I want to keep what I have and get something bigger. I don't know. Probably if I got something bigger and if I got rid of the B2601, I probably wouldn't miss it. It's very much like, when we sold the property. We had a beautiful property. It was 4 acres, 3.78 or 3.81, whatever it was. A nice piece of property. That's a good piece of property. But we always wanted to have land, what we thought at least 15 acres we wanted to have. And it was just a dream that I had since I was a boy. It was a dream that Anne had since she was a teenager. We both wanted to, quote, live on a farm, not be farmers, but we wanted to have land. And we knew in our hearts that that is what we wanted. And we pursued it cautiously. I can't say that we would have taken a big risk, but this place, if you know the story, it all fell into place just beautifully. Point is, we've got here 33 acres, and we don't regret it. We don't, of course, we miss the old house because that's where, we lived for 30 years. I lived there for 55 years. So, it was, of course, we miss it that way, but we don't regret it because this is what we wanted. And I remember at the time thinking, I'd love to get a farm, I'd love to get a property and keep what I have. Like that was what initially, and that even here I was thinking like maybe we can swing it. Like maybe we can buy this place and keep what we have because we love what we have. Well, that was unrealistic because we're not made of money. So we we had to let go of that place. But it happened in such a transitional, methodical method, and everything just kept lining up and falling into place beautifully that we were able to step back without feeling pressure and just we're able to just make the transition, and it just worked out that we don't have any regrets for that. So that I was comparing that to purchasing a larger tractor. If I get a larger tractor at some point, uh, maybe I won't miss. If I had to get rid of the B2601 and get something larger, I might not ever miss the Kubota, the B2601. That's my point, is that once I have something else, I might not miss it. Does that make sense? Was that worth 5 minutes of conversation to make that point? Took me a long time, but I got there, right? Throw a turbo on the B2601. Yeah, I wonder about that. Now, John Ritter, who's probably not on here because he's busy Monday nights. He's got a growing family and busy family and all, so he's not able to get here as often. But John put a turbo on his BX, and it definitely increased the horsepower. I don't know if he did any like dyno testing or anything like that. I'm curious what that would do, if that's even an option for the B2601. I don't like, would I want to do that? I'm not sure. Because, and I'm not second guessing what John did. I think it's awesome, and of course Tim did that with a John Deere. My concern is just like with increasing the lift capacity on the B2601, you can put shims in that and you can increase the lift capacity, but it's designed for about 1,000-pound lift capacity. Not just the pump, not just the cylinders, but the loader frame, the front axles, the rear axle, everything is designed for that capacity. The tractor is 25 horsepower. The PTO is 19 horsepower. If I could increase that PTO horsepower, how much could I increase it to? Even with a turbo, 23 horsepower at the PTO, 25? Could I get the engine up to 30? I don't know how much you could push it, but the point is, that whole component, the PTO, the transmission, it's designed, I think, to work with 25 horsepower. I could be wrong about that. Maybe they overbuild the other parts, but I'm concerned if let's say I could go from 19 to 25 horsepower at the PTO. What if I hit something now at 25 horsepower at the PTO? Am I potentially going to break off my PTO shaft? Am I potentially going to break something inside? I don't know, because I'm not an engineer, and I guess the engineers would know, but in my mind, they design these things. I think they design them to be, one of my favorite terms, barely adequate, or just adequate. Like why would you design a tractor, say the front end loader, for instance? Why would you make it heavy duty enough to lift 3,000 pounds if it's only going to lift 1,000 pounds. If that's the capacity of it, then why would you make it so it could lift 3,000 or 5,000? It just seems like it'd be a waste of material. So Ray has been in Delta, Pennsylvania since 1988 with 5.5 acres. That is a nice piece of property too. The other thing is about property and about land, and I learned this years ago because we had this 4 acres over there. I'm just rounding it off to 4 acres. And I said to Ann several times, if this was 4 usable acres, it would be a lot different. But that property had a stream that ran right through the middle that divided the front of the property from the back of the property. It had one side where there's a pond, and that area gets wet. Jeremy and Jordan know that. They've got animals out there now. It gets wet in the wintertime. Not terrible, but it affects what you would use it for. The other side of the property had a big hill where we had the septic system installed. So it's a beautiful property. It still offers some tremendous privacy. There's a difference. My point is there's a difference. If you had 3, 4 flat usable acres, that might seem boring, but you could put barns on it. You could put fences. You could do all kind of different things. Even here, we've got these 30 acres. We've got a 3-acre meadow, 30 acres of forest. But even in the forest, there was back in the day, they mined stones back there and gravel. So there are a lot of berms and hills, and it's a beautiful topography. When you hike back there, you're like, where am I? This is not southern New Jersey. This is not something you see in this area at all, especially in this whole town that we live in this whole county that we live in. This is rare, what we have here, and it's beautiful, but it's less usable than if it were 30 acres of flat pasture land. You'd get a lot more out of it that way. Again, might not have as much character, but I'm just making a point here. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with what we have. I'm not saying there's anything wrong if you have a square, flat 30 acres. That's all fine too. Point is, the layout of the land. It's not the amount of land that you have. It's the layout of the land. If you had 50 acres, in fact, years ago, when we were kind of exploring our dream of having more land, we were looking at real estate on the internet, and we started looking in West Virginia, and there were farms in West Virginia, 50 acres or so, and it was tremendously affordable. And we're like, how's that possible? So we decided to take a trip, just a fun, like, if we're going to take a trip, let's just take a drive down to West Virginia and see why this land is so affordable. And we found out that, for instance, one of the properties we looked at was like 50 acres. Like, oh my gosh, 50 acres, that's so much. And we got there, and there was a trailer on the property, it was a nice trailer. We could have lived in the trailer if we wanted to build something, but there was a trailer on the property, little pond, little hay barn. But probably, all in all, there were probably 3 acres usable out of that 50 acres. Back behind the house was this mountain, because there's a lot of mountains in West Virginia. It's this mountain that went up, and that's cool. But what do you do with 50 acres of mountainside? That's the problem with that. So again, usable land. You could have 1, 2, 5, 10, whatever it is. If it's usable, it's just different. That's all. John says that he can't wait to find out how the turbo handles in the snow. We're supposed to get 4 inches tomorrow night and into Wednesday. John, I hope you're ready. I know Ross already got his 6 or 8 inches and has the snowblower on, so I hope you're ready, and I hope you make a video about it, because we're all curious about how that turbo will handle in the snow. Sounds like my favorite tongue twister, toy boat. If you say toy boat, try to say that 5 times fast. Go ahead, try it. I'm not listening. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what will happen with snow here this year. Every year we're always bracing, like thinking, oh, we could get one, and then we haven't. We still haven't. I won't mind. I think we'll be prepared if we get one. So, yep. See, John's out dropping the kids off, doing his busy family thing. But thanks for listening in, John. We appreciate it. So, yeah, Hunter, I'm glad you got the video. Thanking you for the canvases. That was fun. I sent that to Teacher Rob, and certainly I'm glad you got the message there. And we do wish Teacher Rob well. So, thanks for being in touch with us. And Chris is ready for snow too. He brought the Kubota home yesterday with the rear scraper blade and the WC68 wood chipper. Ready for snow and wood chipping. Well, you got to pick one, Chris. I don't think you can do both. You don't want to be wood chipping in the snow. That could be, well, I guess as long as you can get to the branches, that'll be just fine. Maybe frozen branches will chip better. Might be a good test for you, Chris. You don't get a whole lot of snow, though, I don't think. A lot like us. So, anyway, we're about, 7 minutes away from the premiere video. So, as I said, I will share the link, or Chris will, or we both will, for the premiere video. Click on it when we get to the end here, and it'll take you over to the premiere video, and we'll watch it together. I'll be in the live chat, and we'll chat just like this. Only you won't see my face or hear my voice. I'll just be in the live chat, just like you are there too. Just to repeat, if you missed the beginning of this live stream, we're going to wrap up at 7:30 p.m. and I have a premiere video at 7:30, and I'll share the link. You can click on that. It's only about 12 minutes long, 12 and a half minutes long, so we'll be done easily by 7:45 this evening. So, as we used to say in the corporate world, I'm giving you back 15 minutes. Because everything in corporate world is time and money. So, and that was a way of ending a meeting early by making it sound like you're doing me a favor. I'm going to give you back 15 minutes. Thanks. In other words, you don't have any more content for this meeting. But we all loved it as well. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, John. 6:30 Central Time, 7:30. Everything is in my world 7:30 Eastern, but still it'll still be at that time here. But you're right, at that time there, 6:30 Central Time and 5:30 in Pacific Time, right? Right. So I know it's late to be publishing a video. You know, normally as a YouTube content creator, it's key to publish your video at a prime time when your viewers are most on. Mondays are not the best night for YouTube. Toward the end of the week, things pick up. I've released videos on Wednesday afternoons that have worked pretty well. Thursdays, I used to release videos, try to release it Saturday morning. A lot of creators release at 8 a.m. during the week, and that way it gives you the full day to build views. If by posting this at night at 7:30 p.m., hopefully you're all going to watch it. A lot of the audience here that are subscribers will get notifications. They may watch it. You know, a lot of people are on this time of night, so that's good. But people drop off 8:30, 9:30 at night. So now I've got, you know, a good 10 to 12 hours of nighttime, even though the internet never sleeps, nighttime where my videos do go to sleep at night, just because the audience tends to be in the USA and Canada, in this kind of time zone area, you know, at least the US time zone. So evening, everything goes to sleep. And then if I'm lucky, you know, 10 a.m., the video starts to grab some more views if the algorithm continues to show it. But I think maybe they make up for all that. But that's you know, that's talk. That's technical talk, I guess. But anyway, this video is going to premiere on YouTube only, because on Facebook I tend to create a vertical video because Facebook likes that. I know that a lot of people like horizontal videos. I prefer them. It works best for my type of content, but Facebook doesn't like to share horizontal videos. And if I want people to see the videos, I have to conform to the aspect ratio that Facebook recommends. So either square aspect or vertical aspect. So I just finished editing this video this afternoon. So I got it uploaded to YouTube. It'll be up on Facebook either tonight or tomorrow. But if you're watching this live stream from Facebook, you're going to have to click over to YouTube and watch it on there, which is not a problem, but don't be looking for it on Facebook. And we will not be doing a sticker giveaway tonight. So we're going to skip that tonight. And again, in just a few minutes, we'll click over and watch the premiere video together. So this video is at a farm that I've never been to before, but it is now in the family. My cousin, Sarah, just bought this farm, and it's just a few miles from here. And I'm very excited for her. And it's a place that was on my wish list. When we were looking for farms, I used to drive by this place all the time and thought, man, I like that place. I would like that place. But timing is everything. And it worked out that we fell into this beautiful property. That place did come for sale 2 years after we had this property. I knew that Sarah was looking for a property, and I had reached out to her mom, my cousin, and said, hey, here's a cool place for sale. Anyway, very exciting that she got it. She got it, and it's a beautiful place, and we're going to do a little bit of work there that you'll see on the video tonight. So good stuff. Thank you, Chris, for sharing the premiere video link. We'll do that again right here at the end. So, yes, Hunter, we were going to finish the video premiere. It is starting at 7:30 p.m. It's 12 minutes long. I like to say that because what I don't like about premiere videos, and I think I shared this with Chris when he premiered his video last week, or I guess it was last week. When you watch a premiere video, even though it's not a live video, you don't know how long it is. And I think it would be great, even though you can't skip ahead, it would be great for YouTube to have a countdown while the video's on to show how many minutes are left. Because when I watch premiere videos, I do start thinking, no matter how good it is, I'm still thinking like, is this a 10-minute video or is this a 90-minute video or whatever, 30 minutes? I don't know. I think it's important for the viewer to know that you're getting ready to watch X number of minutes. If it was a 30-minute video, you'd want to know that. And that, I think psychologically, that helps us quite a bit. So it's 12 minutes long. That way you can know. That way you'll know exactly what it is. So listen, there's the link. Thanks for watching tonight. Click on the link. I'll see you over at the premiere video on YouTube. Thanks for being here tonight. Have a great week. I look forward to chatting with you in the live chat of the premiere video. See you soon.